All right, real quickly before this video starts, I just want to give a little bit of quick context of what we're going to talk about in today's episode. Originally, I did a live episode where I went live on my YouTube channel and I talked with this topic with Sneed Mobile Tech. Shout out to Sneed again. But unfortunately, YouTube took the video down due to some copyright stuff. And long story short, the video is blocked, cannot be viewed. So I took it down and I'm just gonna make a full episode out of it. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about the Apple September event. We already know what's gonna come, but I'm gonna go at a different angle and I'm gonna talk to you guys about how Apple is going to position the transition to USB-C with the iPhone. Alrighty, the first story, the main story of the day, the Apple September event. Now, as you guys know, we are only less than a month away, and with the Apple event around the corner, these final prediction videos are going to be coming out, but because we already kind of know what to expect, we already have an idea of what it's going to be, I think that this will be the final, first and last prediction video I make, because this is not necessarily going to predict what I think is going to happen. I am going to talk about how I think Apple is going to position the transition with USB-C now that the iPhones are all but confirmed to have USB Type-C. Now, that's where we're going to start, the iPhone and USB-C. So as you know, Lightning has been the biggest proprietary connector to Apple for almost the last decade or more. And ever since the EU's placement of them requiring them to switch over, because listen, I understand that the mandate was for everyone, but if you didn't think that this was not against Apple, then you are heavily mistaken, because the only company outside of Apple that is doing anything proprietary would most likely be any third-party gaming headsets with magnetic connectors, but that's about it. So don't even worry about that. But in regards to USB Type-C on the iPhone, this is a very big significant change because this is the first time that Apple is going to open their platform. They are going to open the doors. They are going to finally give the one thing that everybody and their mothers have been craving for. First of all, let's talk about transfer data speeds. They're going to be super fast. They're going to have the latest USB profile. Number two, you're going to get faster charging, and I think the iPhone 15s with USB-C is going to be a huge game changer because now we're not going to be at 20 watts anymore or 18 watts. We're going to probably go all the way up to 30 watts or even more. It's closer to what Androids are doing, even Samsung super fast chargers at that point. Number three, the most important thing is we're going to see new products on the market that are going to take advantage of the Apple iPhone's USB-C integration. Because that's the one thing where I think Apple is going to try to do. They are going to make new accessories, they're going to make new things, they're going to try to make this unique to Apple. Now, everybody already knows that this is not a unique situation. USB-C has been on the market for well over the past 5 to 6 years, even more. So we don't necessarily need Apple to come in and say, oh, well, we're going to do it the Apple way. USB-C is universal. There's nothing you can do with it that will make it Apple. If you want to throttle the speeds and make everybody use MFI certified cables for Type-C charging speeds, you're just going to get hit with more fines from the EU. So the best thing Apple can do is just make new accessories and make the transition smooth. And I think that is where Apple is going to position it at the September event. I think that they're going to be making new accessories. They're going to have new AirPods with USB-C. I also think that they are going to have the new charging cases, the magnetic MagSafe charger with USB-C. As you guys know, USB-C is on the MagSafe, so that's going to stay the same. We're going to see new ear pods with USB-C. We're going to see new accessories with USB-C. We're going to see new cases with cutouts for USB Type-C, and I think that this transition is exactly what's going to happen. Apple is going to go really all in on the USB-C marketing of this, and I think the biggest area that the iPhones are going to benefit from is now the performance, because Lightning was a very convenient connector when it first came out. When the iPhone 5s dropped, Lightning was unique because micro USB was on the market, and micro USB honestly sucked. So Lightning was good at one point, but then when USB-C came out, everything was better. So I think Apple is going to accept it and they're going to really emp it. But at the same breath, they are still going to have MagSafe, and I think that they may give a slight nod to MagSafe and maybe lay the foundation, the blueprints for a future of wireless iPhones. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out because, again, the EU is trying so hard to have backlogs. They're trying so hard to prevent Apple from just not having USB-C. At least that's what I'm seeing, because why else would the EU be this strict? I'm just saying. On the flip side, however, let's take a look real quickly at the Apple Watches. Now, I've already talked about the Apple Watches. We're going to see the Apple Watch Series 9, which essentially is not going to be a very big upgrade, but it is going to have a brand new processor, a fully brand new one, not a reused model from the last 3 generations. It is going to be a brand new manufactured chip, so the performance is going to be a lot better. And then, of course, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 is going to get the same thing, but it may also come in a brand new color, titanium black. So I do think that that is going to be a very big game changer, at least when it comes to color options for the Apple Watch Ultra. So now you got silver and black. So there you go. But pivoting back to the iPhone for just a second, the biggest thing that I also think is going to happen is we are going to definitely see a price increase. There is no way in any shape and form we are not seeing the iPhone get a new price point. Not just because of USB-C, but we also know that the sensors and the cameras that are inside of the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are going to be all brand new. They are going to be more modern and up to date, so they will have a new hefty cost. We do know that shipping and manufacturing costs are going up outside of the United States, so that is something to take into consideration. And Apple is switching to titanium instead of stainless steel, so it will help to emphasize the up in the cost. So I do think we're gonna see a new starting price. Instead of $999, I think it's gonna be $1,099, and then when you get to the Pro Max, $1,199, which isn't that terrible because that's almost about the same price you would pay for an iPhone anyway. But then the other reports are suggesting that the starting configuration is now going to be 256 gigabytes. That's perfect for me. I have never had the urge to get 512 or even a terabyte, or even now a reportedly 2 terabyte option that's coming. So I think that a $1099, $1199 price point is perfectly fine. Now, in regards to trade-in and promos and other things, I will be making another episode with Sneed Mobile Tech. We'll be focusing on the cellular aspect, the cellular deals. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. But overall, when it comes to the September event, I really think the focus is going to be the transition from Lightning to USB-C. I think Apple is going to spend some time talking about the impact of what USB-C brings. Obviously, this is stuff we know, but again, marketing ploys to get more people to switch over. I think they're also going to set up a program very similar to what they did with the 30-pin connector to Lightning. They're going to have a way to transition away from Lightning, get more people into USB-C. I do think that Apple will ultimately transition Lightning out within the next 3 to 5 years, and I think we're gonna slowly but surely see that. And listen, Lightning was good at one point, but it's gone. So now the iPhones are gonna have better performance, they're gonna have better power, better capabilities, and the Pro in the iPhone's name, Pro, is gonna actually mean Pro because USB-C, if you know anything, will be able to make it more capable and more powerful to the touch. So that's really the angle I wanted to focus on in this episode, is not necessarily the product and the devices, but how Apple's gonna position all this. We'll have to wait and see. And then of course, we are gonna get the launch dates for the software for iOS 17, iPadOS, tvOS, everything. So that's a given. But anyway, guys, that's it for the September event. Again, I will make another video, but talking about the cellular angle, how cellular companies are going to go all in on these promos and deals. I'll be doing that with Sneed Mobile Tech. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, you can hit the dislike button. That helps circulate my videos as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all on the next episode. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care, stay safe, have a good day, and peace!